talk about how we will start a business from ground zero and scale it to the top. We are here to interact and engage with all of our audience. If you have any questions tonight, would be the perfect time, right? It would be the perfect time to ask. So please engage, have a great time. FYP, FYP.
What's things first? I'm a new person. I want to start a business. So what are we going to do, Ray? We got to open an LLC, right? What's the fastest way to open an LLC? You go where? What's your? Let's go to what? Florida, Virginia.
Yeah, let's go to Florida or Virginia. Let's see how would we start that business? What would we do to start this business? What would we look to accomplish?
Well, on the live, I have right here the website, which you could just go to Division of Corporation. You could just go to Sunbiz.
Division Corporation.
Cool. So they're doing step by step. First things first, we need a name.
We need a name. What type of name would we give it? Would we give it, Joe Schmo, John Doe, John Smith? Are we going to give it our name and then put it LLC or corporation? Are we going to give it our abbreviations, VWX, RAX, enterprise? Are we going to do that to start our business? Is that how we're going to start a business?
It depends on the viewers. What do they want?
It depends on the viewers. How would you start your business? Put it in the comments. What is it that you would name your business, right? If we were to start from ground zero, from the very bottom, what would we name the business? Are we going to name it Alley Shop LLC? Now, come on. Join us together on this journey, right? Now, Vinny, what would you do, right? In a situation that you had a business idea. Now, let's not even go to the idea first. But what's the name that we give it?
What is the name? It has to be a Latin name. Something exquisite. Something that has nothing to do with your name or trucking company. We don't want that.
Nothing to do with you.
We want something totally different.
We don't want to call it John Doe
No.
Trucking Company. We don't want to name it that. Bad for loans. Bad for loans. If you're into that type of market, if you're into construction, I need you to look at the codes and find out what banks are willing to lend to. Huh?
No, we're good.
We're good. We're still alive. So I want you to think, right? Now, Benny did bring up, oh, yeah, we want to call it a Latin name, right? We want to call it a Latin name. Now, I want to let you know that, yes, as much as we want to give it a Latin name, right? As much as we want to give it a Latin name, we want to give it something that is not connected to you, right? For future purposes, right? Now, there is another level to this. It all depends on what you are trying to accomplish. Now, one day you might see me say, yeah, we're going to give it a Latin name. And then another day you might actually see me say, let's put it Marques Enterprise LLC. But why would we do that? Right? For what purposes are we going to put ourselves in liability? Now, why would we do that? That's the number one question. Why would we do something like that?
So if you want to get a nice name wherever you are, if you are in California, if you are in New York, you have to search your state database and also the IRS to see if somebody else already has Joe Schmo LLC or Joe Schmo Inc. Right? So you got to check that out. We got to pick a name that is not out there. So a nice neutral name that could go with anything between selling a product, or you could rent cars, you could do Airbnb. It can't be homes for free or something like that. No, it has to be something,
or constructions for free. You can't. I mean, construction's for free.
Not that bad.
You would get my business. You would get my business, right? So it just depends, right? Like, it depends on what you are looking to accomplish. But from the very ground zero, right? And you already have some clients. You're a hair salon, right? You could call it Luxus Pixis LLC. Now I'm just making it up. Let's go look. Let's go look.
Looks like they don't have Lexus Pixis. They have Luxus Service. Oh no, I put Luxus. Did you say Luxus or Lexus?
Luxus, but
Le-
give me like
Lexus Pixis?
company names.
I mean, guys, get yourself an AI. You could just go over here and type, okay, give me some Latin names. Let's go Latin
We could
business
go
names.
Lecture Vitae. You could give it let. You could, yeah, that is a beautiful name, right?
Which one?
Lexer Vitae, Lexer Vitae LLC, and that's who you are as a hair salon.
Let's spell that out for
Now,
me. Spell that out for me.
LuxorVitae, and it means life, a life,
Luxor.
light of life.
They don't have that.
They don't have it.
Luxovitae. Luxovitae. Ooh, Luxor
Luxor Vitae.
Vitae.
It sounds like the hair salon is already skyrocketing. Now, let's look. That's saying that you have already something going on in that industry, right? Let's just say you have something going on, you have clients and things are going well, right? Okay, let's take that away from you. Let's say you're starting from, you're an electrician and you wanted to brand your work. You would pick up what's the LLC name?
Luxor Vitae.
Luxor Vitae LLC. We could call it an electrician. Luxor Vitae.
I'm going down here with AI, so everything that you're telling me, I'm typing it to show people how easy it is to just brand themselves, brand their LLC, just take it to the next level. So go for it, Ray. We got Luxor
Vitae.
Vitae. Whoever has the right spelling,
Vitae.
let us know.
Luxor Vitae, right? We're gonna give it the electrician, and now the electrician wants to start its own
So it's
journey.
an electrician company.
An electrician company at its own branding, right? They want to brand their work. What do you need for this electrician job? You need equipment. You need a car.
Wait, first things first, you have to go there and register it with what? With the agency. You have to get yourself the LLC. That's the first
No,
thing,
you have
right?
to go to your Secretary of State.
Correct.
Go to your Secretary of State and go through the website, fill out the forms, and you'll have yourself a nice LLC. Now, depending how you structure the LLC, go do some ads. How are you going to do some ads? Do you already have money saved? That might be great. If you have money already saved, you'll be doing just fine, right? You can go ahead and buy the equipment and cars and all yourself. But what if you have good credit? What would you do? Right? Now, this might be a little trick here, right? This right here might be next level. You might get a second LLC. You need two LLCs, right? Most people tell you to get one. How about you get two? What are you going to do with the second one? Look, I'm not going to tell you all the game. You're going to have to come to us and ask these questions at some point. And if you ask, we're going to notice that you are a bit advanced. We are going to see that you're so advanced that, wow, Benny, we might actually share some information with you. But now, okay, you have a little money saved up. You buy the equipment, you buy the car, right? But say you don't. Okay, you can go ahead and go get yourself some credits. You can get it from your personal line of credit if you're very confident, or you can do it from your business. Like, Benny. Like,
Great. No, that of course that is great, because the first thing we're gonna do, which I just threw some simple words here on Grok, and I said I got my business registered, I got my EIN, I got my bank account, right? I'm an electrician company. What is my name? Luxor Vitae LLC. Luxor Vitez, Luxor Vitez,
Looks,
LLC, right?
yes.
It just, I mean, you guys don't have to take our words for it. You guys could search. You guys could go right over here, type, and read everything about it. So, first thing it tells me to do is build a professional website. We're going to get to the credit part. That's the sweet spot. We're going to go all the way to the credit part. But you got to start advertising too. Like Ray was mentioning before, we got to advertise that business. We got to get our electrician guys out there. Maybe we got 5 employees, right? We need a car. How are we going to get a little van to put all our equipment if we don't got no money?
How are you going to run this business if you have no policy? How are you? You could place yourself into a policy procedure manual.
Ooh.
You can go to the bank and say, look, I have a policy procedure manual, right? Now you start creating different structures for your business. And now look at yourself. Now you can play the game at a higher level, right? As an electrician, you're going to use other people's money to grow your business. You're going to show that you have records and revenues, and now people are going to be taking you serious. Like, and now you're going to be laughing, and you're going to be like, wow, life is so great, right? You're going to go off to the sunset, and you're like, wow. No, that's not what happens right away. You have to go do business. You got to go find other like-minded people, and you're going to have to figure out how to pull money together to create an enterprise, a corporation, right? Okay, this is something that we're explaining as somebody at a basic level can do. Anybody can do it, right? Anybody can get an LLC. Anyone can get a 1-800 number. Anybody can get a website. You can pay. If you don't know what to do, pay the experts, right? Why are you going to bust your head figuring this stuff out? And you're going to end up wasting a lot of time messing it up. And now the next thing you know, you have a goofy website with Mickey Mouse on it.
So, let's get to it. Let's build that business. Let's build our electrician business. We got our advertising. We need credit, Ray. What will we do to start advertising that? Like, how will we throw it out there so people could see on their faces, like, man, these guys are great electricians. Like, we need them. They got to fix my light bulb. They got to put some fans in my home. How are we going to advertise that to start off the business? Because we got the C Corp going away. Like, they can't do that initial process right off the beginning. They got to wait a little bit before they get to the sauce, right? They need capital first. They're not going to get there if they got no business and no funding coming in. So we got to start getting ready for the next step, which was going to be bringing in revenue from that business as the electrician. Is there anybody in the comments or anybody who would think of what options or what other things we might do?
So we may look at this, right? And we may say, okay, we want to, the person that owns the business that was the electrician that's using his license, right? And that wanted to brand his electrician work, right? We want to step back a little bit, right? And we want to see who we are going to play the role in now. Are you going to be the same person that is now working for yourself as the electrician? Or are you going to be a corporation and are you going to manage something? That's what it is. When you are able to manage other people, you'll get paid more money, right? If you're not managing anything, well, now you can see why you make no money. There's nothing wrong with it. Everybody plays their role, okay? Everybody has where they fit it, okay? The market has already dictated what you are valuable for. That's why they ask for your resume. We want to see what you've done. We want to see what you can accomplish. And we want to see if there is a future for you, right? That's how they think. It's no secret. It's no secret. Maybe this is the first time you're hearing it out loud. Put the time in, right? And figure it out, right? What would I do if I was the electrician? I would go hire maybe 5 other people and teach them how to do that. So now I'm not doing the electrician work. Would I go do advertising right after that? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Think about it. Why would I spend my time on marketing when that's going to take a boatload of energy. You have to get good at managing people to do this, and you got to get good at putting in systems in place to escalate yourself at the highest level and skyrocket, right? This is how people at the top think. How do you want to set a business? If you can't put any money together with the other people, that means you're not trustworthy. And if you don't trust other people, that means you don't trust yourself to make the wise choice. Oh, Benny, right? I'm just giving you a brainstormed idea. And this is something that we charge our clients just to hear us say, right? And you guys now get it live on YouTube. And you think this is just the tip of the iceberg. We spend hours, we spend time brainstorming of what it is your personality is like to make the future bright for you. It's not about getting rich tomorrow for some of you. For some of you is to get rich eventually, right? We want to get you rich eventually. Some people have the benefit of the doubt that they put enough work in and they have major skill sets that they can actually get rich tomorrow. But it's not a rich tomorrow. It took time. It took time.
Agreed.
We got 4K
Really?
likes. Yes. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for everybody in the chat and their support. It has been a blast to be with you today, right? It has been a blast to create this envisionment with you, right? To give you some of this knowledge. Even if we gave you some of this knowledge, it doesn't mean you'll know what to do with it. Okay, go find out how to do a policy procedure manual, right? There's only about a few people who are going to take action in this. This is stuff that you pay attorneys to do. Sometimes you will pay an attorney to do some things like this, and it will cost you. Some people just don't have the money to make that risk, and that's okay. Everybody has to start from somewhere, right? We're not here. We're here to motivate you and set you light years apart from who you think you are. Who do you think you are? That's a fantastic question. Someone became our #1 fan. They sent a big heart and a rose. So we got a heart and a rose. We had about a bunch of people that had joined in this live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, look, it feels so good to be a contribution to these people, you know. Thank you for everything, and thank you for being on this live today.
I appreciate it, sir.
It
Thank you so much.
speaks so much about how you're willing to take the time out of your day to be here.
Totally agree. I mean, I wouldn't change this. I was excited throughout the whole day. I had a little bit of delay at 10, but at 10:30, I hopped right in and came here to see what we could do and teach these people some educational purpose content so they could learn and inspire, be motivated, and take their business and their process to the next step. So very excited to be here. Happy that you're here too. Really
It's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure to be here to create this business with the audience. Hey, I just want you to see what we are seeing, right?
Just taking that time in, watching you inspire lives.
Look, it doesn't have to be always so serious.
No.
Life isn't serious. Life is not serious. Life is sincere.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Life is the most beautiful thing there is. You wake up every day just being blessed. You got another day to live. So what are you going to do? How are you going to take that day? I'm not going to sit around and scroll on my phone. I'm going to do something. I'm going to leave a little piece of me behind everywhere I go. I'm going to exceed people's expectations that they have of me. Right? I'm going to bring to the plate above and beyond every time I go. I had this little story that my father taught me that it doesn't matter who you are in your life, it doesn't matter what work do, you always do your best, right? If you're a street cleaner, if you're cleaning streets, make sure that street is the cleanest street of all. People are going to walk by, they're like, damn, that's a clean street. That's what you want to be. Everything that you touch has to grow. Everything that you touch is just going to bloom. It's going to be skyrocket. Like, that guy is good at everything he touch. You know why? Because he has a drive. He has a commitment. He goes out and beyond. Doesn't matter what it is. I know there's a lot of jobs out there that's really bad. I've done a couple of them. But you know what? I also met some incredible people along the way that even though the job is hard, they're like, man, I do this job because even though I need it, I love it. I have to do it. I woke up. I chose to be on this job. So I am here doing that with my appreciation, making sure everything, every little detail is just spot on. And that's what we all should be doing to our lives, not only in business, but to yourself.
So beautiful.
We created a little business here in a couple of minutes.
Now imagine what other people are doing when they have the money. What are they doing when they have the money? What are they doing different? They have capital they can put towards it to get more loans. You want to hear something else advanced? What we did with the LLC, you might do with a different entity. Just golden nugget. Just something to consider. Maybe you don't do it. Maybe you do. Let's see. But everybody else is at a different space in this information. You know, we are just here to question you a little bit. Just open up the brain. Give you a little sauce. Get you confidence about making that next step forward into this life of abundance, right? So, we started this business. We gave you some ideas. We didn't give you everything, but we gave you enough to actually consider that you can actually make this happen. Now, anybody can do it.
Anybody can do it.
Anybody can do it, but not anybody's going to do it. That's the thing. Because other people have level of insecurities. They're pain. They are hurting. They don't know what they're going to do. They are afraid that they're not going to be able to feed their family, their children, whoever they're taking care of, right? Some people have a different level of responsibility. It's okay. I get it. And it hurts to take away when you are the breadwinner and then try to go somewhere that's in the unknown. Because when you're in the unknown, it's not known to you. It gets a little frightening. It's just like it's a little sad. But it doesn't have to be that way. And the unknown, you know right now, your situation. Right now, you know you're going to make $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month, $4,000 a month. Whatever situation you're in, you know that that's what you're going to get. But when you go into the unknown, you can make $10. That doesn't seem so great, but then you can make $1 billion. It is that difference that you should be going for. You want to get more excited for the possibility of $2 billion than the possibility of $10. Because right now you're not even excited for $4,000.
I mean, all you're going to spend is, from what I'm looking here, they're going to spend with the whole business creation. Look, I just went to Zen Business and I typed in our information. They're going to spend around $200 to open an LLC with an EIN. And right on Zen Business, you could go ahead and get a bank account. So with that little step, you already have yourself established above a lot of people that doesn't have it. Everybody uses their name or W-4 worker. So you're already putting yourself ahead of so many other people. And then you could proceed to so many different financial branches and structures that me and Ray are talking about, like corporations and capital raising and credits. And you could go above and beyond with everything that you do. All starts by this simple little business idea. And your own personalized helper, which is going to be either Grok or whatever ChatGPT you use. Guys, we're in the 21st century. You have to start using these tools to help you out, right?
Look, I want to give you guys another thing. If you're a real estate agent or if you're doing life insurance or you're doing anything in your own practice, right? There is so much business around you that you can create. So much business. And when you get to know people and you get to know other like-minded people, it becomes so easy. It just comes to you. You don't have to stress it because people know that you're reliable for the marketplace and they know that you can get it done. What happens when your integrity and you've held a certain level of accountability. Yeah, I got to get a little water. I need to get a little water. Look, so when you have a certain level of integrity and they know that you can hold accountability, right? You're accountable for it. You're like, yes, I will get it done, right? And they know that you are the person that will get it done. That's saying something. They're like, oh, the first person they think when they have a problem, if it's you, you are winning. You're winning all the way. You have to be a problem solver. You have to look for solutions. You need to be so well versed that you are the first person on their mind every time.
What is this?
What you doing in the lobby? Huh?
Couldn't believe that. I was just looking at him like, really? You want a job application? Where are you going to get a job? I don't think even McDonald's is going to hire you if you got some flip-flops on. Like, come on, man. You got to show yourself, you know. The best you've ever looked. Be presentable. Accountability. No, I'm screwing up the accountability. Accountability. What have we got on that live? Anybody has any questions? Anybody has anything that they like to share with us that we may be able to help?
Hello, Zoya. How you doing, bruh? She said, it's Zoya, bruh. I remember you, Zoya.
Zoya?
Aren't you? Yeah, she's a very alive human being. She has a very wide perspective. It was the one time that I did meet her, it was a while ago. She just passed her exam today. Congratulations. I'm proud of you. Everybody show love to Zoya on the chat. It is
congratulations.
Hey, Realtor. Let's go.